Hi, I'm Leanne Slaton.
And I'm Brittany Davis.
And we're the House Sisters. Sisters selling houses. Today we have special guest, Jara Hobber, the Bead Mama. Welcome in.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. We wanted to bring you in and, spread the word and get to know, how did Bead Mama start?
Oh, man. Okay, so it was kind of an accident, but also a God thing, I think. I'm allowed to say that, right?
You can
Okay.
say whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Okay. It was the pandemic, right? So we'd been in lockdown March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. And I was basically going stir crazy. I have 2 little boys at home. And so I was looking for, see my voice immediately?
How old are your little boys?
Well, now they're 3 and 5. At the time, they would have been barely even.
Oh, did you have Cruise in?
I had
COVID?
Cruise in December, and then
So
COVID
right before.
March, yeah.
Mhm.
And then I started Bead Mama in August.
Oh my gosh.
But basically,
So you had a new baby.
brand new baby.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, brand new baby.
COVID.
And then
COVID.
total isolation.
Yeah, total isolation. Husband worked in video, which nobody was going out and doing videos.
So was he home?
He was home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was going crazy.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah, so I've always been a creative person.
Yeah.
So I just was kind of needing something settle me out.
Did you go to school for?
I did. I have my degree in merchandising and design from San Francisco State.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah. So
That's why
always-
you're so trendy.
Yes.
Yeah, so always loved style, always loved things like that. But the name bracelets, they were getting super popular at that time
Yeah.
with your kids' names.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of pricey,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think I could do this just to try it out. So I literally went to the store, bought some beads, bought a bottle of wine, came home, sat at the kitchen table, and made myself some. Kyle was teasing me hardcore. He's like, "Are you 13?"
Get your
I'm
bead
like,
kit?
No, this is fun. But I posted it on Instagram. I was like, okay, settle a debate. Is this only for 13-year-olds or is this cool and trendy?
Yeah.
And by the end of the week, I had 50 orders. So
Oh my gosh.
jokes on him.
Yeah.
50 orders?
Yeah, 50 my first week.
And you were
I
just
was-
taking orders
just-
and not realizing
I
that
didn't know what I was doing.
the
I had
time
no-
that would take.
no
Oh my
clue.
gosh.
I'm like, oh, I'm bored. This will be fun. I also was charging nothing because I'm like, oh, this will be so fun. You
Yeah.
know? Whew.
And then
Yeah.
you were, so how long does it take you to do one bracelet?
It really depends.
Well, now that
If
you're
I'm-
3 years, so you're
yeah, I'm
3 years
3
in.
years in.
So now you
yeah.
probably have got good speed and
Yeah,
technique.
so it kind of depends if you're the design phase, right? Because I don't like to copy people's work. Don't do it. So if
Yeah.
I'm sitting down and I'm creating from scratch, honestly, I don't know. It
Right.
could be anywhere from 5 minutes if it's something that's boom, it's there,
Mhm.
or it can be literally hours. And I'm
moving
also-
things around and
Mhm.
seeing how it looks.
And I'm a perfectionist, so I will do it 100 times and
Wow.
redo and.
I
all
have
the
to
things.
say, when we were at the Rise vendor fair, I was
Mhm.
like, hey, just you pick out the what do you call it?
Like a
The
stack.
bundle, the
Yeah.
stack. And she's like, okay. And I was like, I like the black ones. And she's like, okay. And there's 6 or maybe 5 or whatever, a few. And she's going through and I'm like, it's okay, Jara, just pick them. They're cute. And she was
They just
matching them up. And it was
Yeah.
she's really
Got an eye
detail
for it.
oriented.
Super
Yeah.
detail oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a perfectionist.
I love it.
But yeah, so it just kind of hit the ground running, and I was constantly chasing order, literally just constantly. I am old school, and so I wrote everything down. So I
Yeah.
just pages and pages and pages of orders
Wow.
for literally 2 years straight.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
How did you manage that having 2 little kids at home, right? They were both at home with you.
I know the answer to this.
Yeah, I'm a full-time mom, stay-at-home mom. My husband worked full-time. The first 8 or 9 months, he was not as busy, so it was a little bit easier, but still not great. And he was trying, obviously, as COVID was progressing and everything was becoming more work from home, and
Right.
they were figuring out systems for doing that. He was a lot more busy. So I didn't manage it well at all. It got incredibly overwhelming. He would work till 6-ish, and we would have dinner together, and we would switch, and I would go into the office, and I would
Shut
work
your
till
door?
about 4 a.m.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
So you'd be on no sleep with the next
No
morning
sleep
with the boys.
with the boys,
Oh my god.
living on coffee.
oh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
And so would the boys bother you? Because my kids, like, even if my husband's downstairs with them and I go in, when I had an office in the house, they would literally, like,
Oh, yeah.
come.
They would come in all the time. I would, I came out to help with bedtime and stuff like that. 'Cause I didn't want to be like, I'm used to being a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I was trying not to just be like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
So I would come out and, do bedtime, and then they were sleeping a lot of the time. But getting stuff done during the day was like
Impossible.
It didn't happen.
And beads, so you got kids
Oh,
knocking
yeah.
stuff over.
My
and-
office, we're just now doing it, like fixing it up. My office was embarrassing. Like, people would ask if they could come over, and I'm like, no, because literally my kids would like step in the boxes of beads, and they would just like fly.
Oh my
It was.
You're probably still vacuuming some up.
Yeah, we actually just replaced the carpet because Kyle was like, I'm done.
I'm not gonna try to
You
get
can't
anyone.
even get them out at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Did you go with, like, a low ply this time?
Yeah.
Flat.
So you'd see it, yeah.
Nice.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
And then so in the 3 years, it's evolved to this crazy, massive trend
Mhm.
and business.
Yeah.
And so how have you managed that? I mean, I know you said that it was kind of impossible, but now that it has been 3 years, how do you manage it now?
So at the end of 2022, heading into December, I got pretty sick. I was sick for almost 3 months.
Dang.
And like straight. And my kids are in preschool, so I think it was just like
Viruses
the
coming.
collective.
Mm.
Yeah. And we'd been, locked down for COVID. And so it was like the release of, all the germs. But I haven't been sick like that, like in a long time. And I think it was a super eye-opening thing. It was kind of a collective, like, yes, it's my kids. Yes, it was COVID. This is also burnout.
Yeah.
Like, this is burnout.
Yeah. Your
And
body was like, nope.
100%. So I ended up canceling. I do like Christmas events every year.
Yeah.
And I do Christmas orders. And I literally took a third of the Christmas orders I took the year before.
Yeah.
I canceled all my holiday events, and I caught up on my orders to 0 for the first time since August of 2020.
Wow.
And when I started back, I took a couple months and like got better, started getting back. I lost my routine
Mm-hmm.
in all of that because it was
Yeah.
so exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it was super exciting.
And the
this
money's
idea
coming
of, like,
in, and also just like that, people desired what you're creating.
you
It's
told-
so cool.
18-year-old me that's going back and forth to San Francisco State, that one day I would have my own brand,
Yeah.
like designing things people wanted.
Yeah.
I would have been like, shut up. Like, but it was very, it was intoxicating, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
How many orders do you think you've done?
Thousands?
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. By hand in my little office.
That is
Just
insane.
you.
Just me.
Wow.
Yeah, just me.
Man.
Yeah.
Did you
My
ever
mom has
think about?
helped,
Okay, I was gonna ask. Did you ever?
So my mom, she won't help me with bracelets. I'm very OCD.
Yeah.
So she won't help me with those, but I've done like ornaments and keychains. She helps me at all of my
Yeah,
events
I
and
love
things
that.
like
I've
that.
seen her at the
Yeah.
events with you. I love
Yeah,
that.
she's great. So, and Kyle has from time to time beaded with me, but they're very much the like, okay, this is the name. Here's the gold beads. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. All the creative stuff comes from.
Can he tie it?
No, but he took over from the very beginning. I also do some like baby accessory type things.
Mhm.
So I do baby teethers. And from day one, he was like, I'll tie these. Because they're so hard.
Oh,
And he's
nice.
like, if one of these breaks and a baby, like, so
yeah.
he
She
just
chokes on a bead.
he just
yeah.
owned that. So he does do that part for me.
Awesome.
So,
Where do you buy
yeah.
your beads from?
Everywhere.
Like
Literally
online,
everywhere.
Joann's wholesale.
I do a lot of Etsy ordering so that I can get more like unique things.
Mhm.
Oh wow, so that's pricey.
It can be pricey, yeah. There's a couple like online wholesalers that I found that I do, because I do like to use a little higher end quality, like the gold filled, it won't tarnish on you.
Yeah, no, I know
I was
that
always
about
curious.
your sets. They're
Yeah.
always like, you don't use cheap material.
Yeah, I literally wear these every day. So
Yeah. Love it.
Can you wear
Yeah.
them in the shower?
You can. I don't, just because the elastic breaks down over time.
Mm.
So, but I mean, I'll fix that for people. But
Oh,
Speaking
really?
of that,
Oh, yeah.
my
Yeah.
son
Awesome.
pulled my new black one and it
were they
shattered
too
one.
small?
Just a little bit, like not
I
really.
knew they were
They
gonna
fit
be.
really good, but they were like they're pinching my
No, I knew
hairs.
they
Does
were
that
gonna
mean
be.
that it's too
Yes,
small when
yes.
it's pinching your hair?
Only
Because like
supposed to hurt.
otherwise they like feel great
In
when
all
they're
fairness,
on.
I asked her to measure.
Yeah,
so,
sorry.
You know.
Oh, and she didn't?
No.
That does not surprise me.
But also I was like, no, it's fine. And then it
No,
just
too
like
tight.
pulled my hair a
I'll
little
fix
bit.
it.
But
I'll fix it.
I did collect the one that he did break, so I'm like, dang it.
That's okay. I'll fix
Dang
it.
it.
So complete burnout.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board.
Mhm.
Like, let's start fresh. And then,
Yeah.
like, did you want to rebuild it for?
So that's kind of, I guess I'm still there a little bit. So that was end of 2022, beginning of 2023. And then what was the rise event I went to, the round table? What?
That was
That
January.
March?
Oh, no, that was
No.
March. Yeah, that was
March.
March. Mhm.
So I went to the round table event in March with you guys, and we were talking about like what are our goals for this year, right? And basically my goal is to like figure out what I want to do with it. There's a part of me that is nervous that I miss my shot, but there's also part of me that's like, maybe that just looks different because it
Yeah.
cannot look like what it looked like before.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I'm kind of in the process of like going to your guys' events, meeting with other women in the community. I have a couple people who've reached out to me about like having my stuff actually in their shop.
Yeah, that's cool.
So looking at what does that look like for me? Is that manageable? Both my boys are going to be starting school in the fall. One's going to be in kindergarten and one's going to be in preschool.
Nice.
So
That'll open up.
yeah, that's
things.
going to give me, I'm going to have a couple hours, you
Mhm.
know, at least a week. Because that was part of the issue before was, you know, trying to navigate like,
Cramming it
be
into
present
after
with
hours.
them?
Yeah.
how do I take care of myself? How do I be a good wife? Like all the things.
Mhm.
And you just can't, honestly.
There's only 24 hours in a day.
Literally.
Mhm.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
never enough. So I'd say I'm there. I'm in the, I guess you could call it rebuilding phase, but also like rebuilding and refiguring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
love
just seeing
that.
what that looks like.
Innovating.
Yeah.
Because you're not like I don't think you missed your shot by any
No,
means, not at all.
I think as soon as you open up the floodgates, the business will
It's
come
coming.
right back. And the
Yes.
product is great. So
Yes.
it's, and I love to see you doing stuff locally.
Yes.
I do.
Absolutely.
Like if I could just, because like obviously we're in real estate, so
Yeah.
everything's local. We're
Yeah.
doing everything like around our communities and
Mhm.
stuff. But I think that with you, it's a cool thing that it's kind of specialized in this area for
Yeah.
people that are already in the community. I know you do a lot of online orders and stuff too, but it would be cool to see you in shops around here and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I actually look for you in shops. So I just assumed you already like have established those relationships. So
Yeah.
like
I mean, she has, but she's just have not.
In
It's just
my
not, like-
pullback period.
Yeah, you need like
I
the
had
manpower to get the
like,
product out there.
Yeah, I had it. It was in a couple salons, and I ended up pulling from those salons because it was just trying to get stuff to them, and I want to be like I don't want to have my stuff there and then it just sits there and
Right.
it's not being like changed and you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother fun aspect of it too. Just
It
like
is.
going in, setting up the
Yeah.
displays,
Mhm.
like
Absolutely
changing out the inventory, moving stuff around. Like this product sells better here and these
Yes.
products sell better here. I
Yeah.
love that. That is so, that's the best part of being in business, right?
Totally.
Like in your own business. You get to, it's hard because you have to develop everything from scratch. You have
Yes.
to like create the wheel, but
Yeah.
there's so much freedom to do it the way you want to
Mhm.
do
Yeah.
it. But in
Yep.
that, you're like discovering what your capabilities are, what you're willing to
Absolutely.
sacrifice, what you're willing to put your time into. So it's just like, there's just growth written all over this, and that's so
Mhm.
fun. I
It's
love
exciting.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It is great. And I love what you were saying about the community because it's so nice to like, you can use it. I mean, I like to, my husband said, she's 30% business, 70% ministry. So, and I love that part. Like when you're
Yeah.
local in your community and you can, I mean, I've used it to give back. I've used it to donate to charities.
Yeah,
I've used
totally.
it, you know, I think it's cool. And I grew up here.
Yeah.
So it's fun to like the amount of people I've reconnected
Mhm.
with from high school and, you know,
Wow.
beyond is crazy.
And it's insane to
And-
see how deep those connections go,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I have
I
like
love that.
real friends that I've made through this business.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Wonderful. Awesome. So
Yeah.
that's what's next on the docket,
Yeah.
figuring it all out.
Moving
But we're going to
forward.
see more products soon.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do we find you?
So Instagram is how I usually take all my orders. I do have a website, but honestly, I am terrible at updating it.
Yeah.
It's another one of those like It's on my to-dos.
On your to-dos, yeah.
It's just a
but-
whole other thing to manage, right?
Yeah, when
So-
you're the only person,
Mhm.
it's the photographing, the editing, all the things.
Uploading
like,
and-
uploading,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
pricing.
Yes.
Yes. You guys know, like
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
run your own thing, it's a lot. So Instagram, and then my website's on there, but I would say mostly Instagram, and you can just, send me a DM and I'm happy.
And it's
So
at the Bead Mama.
it's the_bead_mama.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's where you can
Awesome.
find her, folks.
Well, thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you for
Super
having me.
appreciate it.
Yes.
We're we are already huge fans of you.
Yeah.
So
I love Jara.
Same.
Thank you.
Usual.
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
watching. We'll see you on the next podcast of
Sisters selling houses.